Okay, so if you've watched my previous video, you probably have seen my analysis of the men's cuts for CCS nationals. Well, because I'm a guy, I'm more and I usually think about guys cuts. I did that first, but ladies, I have not forgotten about you. I know your times are very important, so I'm going to make sure you get to see my analysis of the women's cuts for CCS nationals. So as you can see here, this is where is what the cuts are looking like. And I did all of it in a spreadsheet. So let's start with freestyle events. The 50 freestyle has gone, I'll say, a decent amount faster. 27 low in 2022. Now it's like a 26 low. I feel like that's pretty standard. And the 100 free has gone quite a bit faster. Went from 60.99 to 57.99. That's quite a big jump, I'll say. Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't see that many like sub 58s for girls out, especially like during in season meets. Nats is a bit different story, but in season very different, kind of different. Two free I feel like has seen a huge leap. 211 mid to a 208. That feels like quite a lot, especially a lot. And I feel like the reason behind that is it's probably the easiest 200 that people can swim, but it's still maybe not as bad as like 50 and 100 free. And then 5 free has also gone quite a bit faster from 544 to a 539. Just saying, I myself still cannot hit this cut, which is really sad as a guy because I should probably be going like 510 or something, but I'm not that fast. And then fifth, and now let's go to the backstroke. So honestly, I don't want to overgeneralize, but I feel like for guys, the most competitive is either sprint free or breaststroke. For girls, I feel like sprint free is pretty competitive, but it doesn't give me as competitive feel that competitive of a feeling like guys sprint free for some reason. But like for girls, I feel like backstroke is fucking fast. Like literally, it started from 32 mid and dropped all the way to a 30.5, and then the 100 backstroke went from 70.7 down to a 65 high. That is almost a 5 second drop in just in that's almost a 5 second drop. Like, come on, that's a huge amount of time, and I feel like this kind of shows that girls backstroke is fast. Probably probably the most maybe even arguably the most competitive out of all. Like freestyle, yeah, its cuts are like yeah, it's fast, but it's always been fast. But backstroke has just like went from like pretty chill to like suddenly fast. Well, that is if you don't include 200 back. 200 backs, I'll say, has been kind of benign. Basically, it's almost the same as last year, so not much to say that about that. Moving on to breaststroke. So the 50 breaststroke has dropped quite a bit. It's dropped more than a second from last year, which is a lot of time. And the 100 breaststroke has also dropped a huge amount, going from 80.3 down to 75.6. Like, that is a huge amount, if we're being honest. But still, it's not as big as backstroke because like 80 point and 75 point have a smaller percent difference than 70 and 65 point. And then two breast, well, I feel like this two breast cut here is a little overkill. So as a result, I'll say two breast is not as fast. Like literally in 2022, this is +5 and then double for like a fucking 200 for like a fucking 200. Are you literally kidding? 100 to a 200 of breaststroke? Like breaststroke should be fucking. I feel like breaststroke should be like +6 or +7 and then double, not +5 and double. Especially for girls 200 breaststroke. And then well now it's like more like +7, but and I feel like that's pretty normal. Anyways, aside from my rant, we're gonna go into the butterfly cuts. So it started right under 30 and now it's down to a 28 high. Not as bad as like the backstroke and breaststroke drops, still pretty significant. And then one fly went from 67 mid to like a six right under 65. that's quite a big drop, but not as dramatic. I'll say it's not as dramatic as breaststroke or backstroke, apparently. And then two fly's basically been the same from last year, like 230. I'm sorry, but this seems like a little. This is like hella nice. 230 to make the cut. Like I feel like that's the reason why like Melissa on our team is swimming it, because hey, no one else swims it and you can get points. What's bad about what's nice? Isn't it nice to get points when you want to get onto the podium? Anyways, now it's time for 1 IM for IM. 100 IM is always so fucking competitive, and I feel like this is justified when you got good backstrokers and breaststrokers, because backstrokers and breaststrokers are literally what constitute like a fucking IM fight. You could say goes from 70 to a 66.3, and then 2 IM is actually not dropped much. Has dropped somewhat, but not too much. Guess not many people want to do 2 IM. 4 IM, however, has dropped quite a bit. Like, how the hell did they drop from 540 to a 531? Like, to like under 531? Like, why did they drop 9 seconds? CCS, please tell me why this happened. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's just a lot of people last year, so they wanted to filter people. Plus, like, I guess maybe 400 IM is taking up a lot of time on Friday, which is only a half day. So, anyways, now we just went through the tour, and we're gonna talk a little about CCS Nationals itself next time. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Next video is gonna be about CCS Nationals in itself.